Bye.
Hey y'all, so going back over this, I realized I didn't even do an intro for the video, so this is gonna be the intro. But basically, I'm finna do my makeup, and the first thing I'm finna do is prime my face. And what I'm now using to prime my face is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. So it was this new primer that I got, and I wanted to see how it worked. I don't know how I feel about it versus the one I've been using, but I mean, I think I kind of liked it a little bit better. So yeah, I'm just gonna be using that, and then y'all just gonna see from there. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever. I don't even know the last month that I did a video or anything. I don't know, but I want to get back into it. So, and I want to switch up my content a little bit, like, or add more, I guess you could say, content to my channel. So I'm gonna start doing like more art videos and everything like that. So it'll be like makeup. I might start doing my hair routines and all that kind of stuff. I'll do art, the whole shebang for real. So I'm really trying to get back into it. But yeah, I just took the primer, and honestly, when I used it, compared to the other one, the one with Rose Hip, I think it was, that was in it, the Wet n Wild one I used to use, it wasn't like, I don't know. I mean, it did a pretty good job going around my face. It wasn't like too wet or too dry. It just had a weird texture to it, but so does the one I was using before. But I don't know. I actually liked it. Like, based on how the look turned out at the end, it worked pretty good. Now I'm about to do my eyebrows, and what I used for that was the e.l.f. Wow Brow Volumizing or Volumizing. I don't freaking know. Fiber gel or something like that. And I think this is one of the best eyebrow products I've used, because I don't really like to, I don't know, I don't really like to be doing all that extra shaping and all that stuff to my eyebrows. But this is so, it's so good. And it's a good shade for me. But also, if I do use the little, like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to say liner, but like the eyebrow gel thing, like dip gel, whatever, to shape them, I feel like it would only be to fill in the ends and nothing in the front. So it might end up being weird. But yeah, this thing works pretty dang good for me. So yeah, I pretty much did that. Just brushed them up and angled them over. I need to shape my eyebrows a little bit, pluck some hairs and stuff. I didn't do that before this video, nor did I really care to, because it's not like it's necessary it needs to be plucked. I just want to pluck them a little bit, give them a little more shape, because they're starting to grow hair around them. I mean, of course they won't grow hair around them. That doesn't make sense because it's eyebrows. But anyways, yeah, like they're starting to grow. You might be able to see it a little bit. The excess hairs that are like outside the eyebrow. So yeah. All right, so now I'm finna, hold on, let me just address this. If y'all hear any like kind of sound or whatever, it's just my laptop being acting like it just be, yeah. Anyways. So I'm using the BR, I think it was the BR HD concealer or whatever, True Complexion HD concealer, something like that. I never knew the shade of this, and that's why I never say the shade of it, because I really, like, literally don't know the shade. I just know it's I don't know, like a medium color or whatever. So I'm finna use a Wet n Wild brush. I need to get some new brushes. I mean, I have brushes, but I want more new brushes so I don't have to be using the older ones I had when I run out. Anyways, so I'm gonna just shape the eyebrow with that and then conceal the whole lid, and then we gonna get into some eyeshadow. And let me just say this, I have never been, first of all, let me just address that this is probably the best I've shaped my eyebrows on the bottom and the top. I'm really not that good at it, and it's probably why I don't like doing eyebrows like that. Maybe that's why. But it's a work in progress. I'm getting there, okay? But I don't know why my face is like so out of frame right here, but it's a work in progress. It's getting better, getting better, getting better. Once I start getting back into like doing makeup and all that kind of stuff more often, maybe it'll get better real soon. So hopefully. But it turned out really good in my opinion. So yeah. So what I use to kind of blend it down, or dry it a little bit. I don't know what to say for that. I just used the Jaclyn Hill 03 brush to kind of pat it down a little bit before I applied the eyeshadow. And let me tell you, this brush, I kind of love it because it definitely came in handy, and it wasn't like too big for my eyebrow or like eyelid. And I was surprised it didn't, well, maybe that was just my hand sturdiness that day, but my hands, I did not just randomly plop the concealer into the eyebrow. Like, it literally just stayed on my eyelid. Because I got a bad habit of, like, losing control of my hands when I'm doing things with them. Or, like, it's like my hands it's like my hands be glitching. Why can't I? It's like my hands be glitching sometimes. Or, like, they'll malfunction. Like I'm a robot or something. But, yeah, this turned out really good with that brush. Alright, so I just skipped ahead and basically finished the eyebrows off camera. I shaped the top of them, blended it down, and then I already did the, what was that? The right eye? Yeah, the right eye. And just, I used the same concealer and just applied it on the eye just so that I could have a fresher base right there for my eyeshadow. Because I didn't want a, I never know what to call it, like the underbrow area. But I didn't want any color right there. I literally just wanted the cut crease, and that was it. So I cut the crease on both of the eyes, and then and I used the same little cut crease brush or whatever that I used to do the eyebrow shaping. Just so, you know, I mean, it worked. It did what it needed to do. But after that, I pretty much started getting into the application of eyeshadow. So, yeah. Alright, so now I'm about to take my 3503 Fierce by Nature palette. This is a Morphe palette. Whatever. I don't know. I need to get some new palettes because this one and the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette are the main two I use now. But I need to get some more. Anyways, on this palette, I'm going to take, the color Red Alert. And I'm going to apply that to like the inner lid area. Not the corner, or like, yeah. Not the corner, but like the inner eyelid. So basically I'm gonna break it down to about like 3 different colors on the actual lid, and then in the crease, the corner, I have a separate color. So that's the first part of the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take that, and I used the e.l.f. C brush. I don't know where I got this, but it did what it needed to do. So I just used that brush to kind of apply it into the inner corner. And it actually was better to use that brush than any other brush because With all the other ones, they were just too flared out, so this one was nice and narrow enough. And for some reason, right there, the the shadow was like, I don't know. I don't think it was the shadow, but I think there was something on my brush, like a piece of lint or something. I don't know, but either way, I got it off, and then I just reapplied to make the color a little brighter. Okay, so as you can see, the red is done, and now I'm taking the same palette again, and I'm going to take the color Ball of Fire with the Jaclyn Hill 36 brush, and basically just apply that to the center, like, portion of the eyelid or whatever. And that'll be kind of like the transition color, because that one's more so basically I was doing red, orange, and this is basically like the transition color between the two of them, or the red and the orange. Of course, I kind of messed that part up, but I just cleaned it up a little bit later in the video because I didn't really care, and it wasn't like I couldn't just take the Q-tip or whatever and just clean the lid because I didn't have a shadow down right there. So yeah, I just blended that into the red that was already there. And of course I went back in with the red a little bit to brighten it back up in case some of it was patted away, if that's even a word. Yeah, patted away. We're just going to say that. So I did that. And then I did that on both eyelids, and boom, that's it. So now jumping into the third color, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. And with this palette, I took the color Feeling Myself, and I did that on the outer crease, and pretty much just blended that into the orange, or the red orange that was already there. For that color, I used the Jaclyn Hill 30 or JH30 brush to blend those colors, and I just did that on both eyes. I really was trying to be, I don't want to say minimalistic, but very simple with eyes this go round. And I want to get into doing that more often because I don't always want a color on my whole lid, or like the whole blending shebang. Like sometimes I just want it right there on the little lid. Like, I don't even know what the different sections of the lid are. Oh my gosh. So it's making it a little complicated to say what it is, but it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I used that brush and blended it real good. And like I said, I went back a little bit later on in the video to clean up any of the mess that was outside of the cut crease. And then, I did that for both eyes. So yeah, on to the next. So going back into that same Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, I took the color Flawed and Awed, and basically just took the JH39 brush, which is like a really, really tiny brush, and just used that brush to apply it was like a shimmer color to the inner corner of my eye. And I thought that color was so pretty with the rest of them. I didn't even expect it to look like that, but it looks good. And I wish my laptop would shut up. Like, dang, breathe. You're doing too much. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, I did kind of go back, like I said before, to clean up some of the shadow that got over the crease, but I didn't want to clean it up too much because I don't know, I kind of liked the soft, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like a tiny blend right above the crease, so it didn't look like a super harsh crease, but it was cute. It turned out real cute. All right, friends, now let's discuss this mistake. I made the mistake of doing my under eye, and I totally forgot about this while I was doing it until after I had done it. I made the mistake of doing my under eye before I concealed. I don't need to say anything else about that. that was a mistake. Simple as that. It turned out bad. Okay, so I did dab down the eyeshadows a little bit more with my finger, but yeah. Anyways, after that I took my little setting spray, which was the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I just set my eyes a little bit. That way those were in place, and then you know, they didn't, if I did do anything over them or whatever, it wouldn't get too messed up. So I set those so I can move on to the next thing, which was I think I did my lashes next. Okay, so as you can see, I'm back with the lashes on. I don't know how I smeared some red what is it called? Red eyeshadow somewhere on my nose. But it wasn't from my eyes. It was from, I think I touched the palette when I was picking something up and didn't realize. Anyways, I'm putting the foundation on. And this is the first foundation that I used, which was the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream foundation. And honestly, I think using this was the best decision. Even though I mixed it with a totally different foundation after that. I don't even remember the name of the other foundation I usually use, because I don't know, I haven't used it in so long that I forgot the name of it. But I mixed it with another one after I did this layer and some contouring. So anyways, I used the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream foundation and I blended that in. I don't even remember the color that I chose, but I used the xoxo brush to blend it in and just to basically get a base layer. So it looks a little bit lighter, but when I blended it with my regular foundation, you know, we got it back right. But using this one definitely helped with my other foundation, because the other one is usually too dark. It makes me look a little more orange. So I think mixing the two was definitely the best decision. So moving ahead, as you can see, it does look a little bit light on my face, but like I said, I go back over it with the actual foundation that I use. But right now I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I mixed it with the e.l.f. Light Concealer and just blend it. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. I'm scratching my arm. Anyways, I mixed those two concealers and put them underneath the eyes or whatever, cleaned up any messes that I needed to. And really just blended those together with the xoxo brush. That also helped lighten up underneath my eyes before I put the final layer of foundation or whatever on. Because with the other one, I don't think I did too much foundation with it, but yeah. So, as you can see, I'm taking, I think it's like a NYX Can't Stop or something like that. I don't remember what it says, and I'm too lazy to go look at it. Foundation, but this is the one I usually use. I haven't used it in a long time, but I did like how this mixed over the Camo foundation or whatever. So, basically, I just blended it out And I used the same brush I used the first time, which was the what was that thing called? The JH05 brush or something like that to do the foundation. And I just blended that up, and you can just see. So I did do the final layer of foundation or whatever, but then I went back in with some more concealer, and that was, I think it was the e.l.f. light concealer or something. I think it was that one. I think it was one of my lighter concealers. So I just placed it under the eye to brighten it back up a little bit. And I do believe I used the, I don't even remember. Actually, I think I mixed the brushes up. I think I used my JH03 for any of the concealer, and then, no, JH03 brush for foundation. That was the one I used for both foundations. And then I used the JH05 for the concealers. So I took that brush and went back in underneath the eye, cleaned up any mess. And this was the point in which I realized I messed up with doing that daggone under eye makeup before my concealer. I should have done it afterwards, but I fixed it anyway towards the end of the look. So yeah. Alright, so now onto bronzer. This is the Pro Bronzer by Absolute New York, and I usually get that in the shade dark. So I pretty much just applied that all around the face, and then I used my JH02 brush, which I think is the biggest brush in the set or whatever, and just lightly tapped all the bronzer around my face to bring back some definition. Yeah. So as you can see here, I had already started, but I took my finger because I don't know. I don't know. I don't be a big fan of using the brushes to do it, but maybe I should use brushes. But I basically shaped my nose a little bit with the bronzer and all of that so that it could have a little bit more definition. But I'm not too big on completely contouring my nose, like, you know, super crazy or like so it's like super defined or anything like that. Just wanted to add a little bit more color right there so it wasn't so flat looking, if that makes sense. And then as you can see, I did end up using a brush. I don't even remember which brush that was, but I just used that and then blended it out a little bit. And I think I used the contour brush that I had before to lightly go over it. That was just so it wasn't too defined. But I don't know. I'm not too big on defining my nose like that because I kind of like my nose the way it is. So I don't be needing to sculpt it. Of course, y'all know I have to bake. So I used the BR loose setting powder and I took my JH01 brush. But before that, I used a, like, I don't know what you call these, but like the little flat beauty sponge. Excuse me, like beauty blender. I don't know what like the actual name of the ones with the flat part are, but yeah, as you can see, it looked like a little teardrop. So I used that to apply it, and then I take the xoxo brush and just lightly brush over it. And I don't really like I've grown out of letting my setting powder sit too long because then it looks too light. So I let it sit for while I applied it around the face or whatever, and then I just took my xoxo brush and lightly dusted off. So just to give you a preview of what the brush looked like that I used to brush it off, and this was right after I finished applying it around the face. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'd be like, I don't do the whole full bake thing where like I do that little, and it maybe it's because I don't like to sculpt my nose, but like where they shape their nose with the baking stuff too. I don't be doing all of that, so I didn't even do all of that. I just put it around the edge, or I don't want to say the edge, but the outer part of the nose, not like all the way up the nose and all that kind of stuff. Didn't need to do that, so yeah. So now on to blush. I did take the e.l.f. monochromatic monochromatic multi-stick, and I took my xoxo brush after because it was hold on, let me stop. I be too ahead of myself. Let me slow down. Because it was a like it was like a creamy blush, so basically a cream blush. I applied that all over the face, and then like I said, I took my xoxo brush and dabbed it all in, blended it so it wasn't crazy dramatic, because I'm not too big on the crazy blush either anymore. I used to have so many habits of like things I would do in my makeup. Like I used to do crazy blush like all across my nose and everything. I've gotten out of that. I don't highlight too crazy anymore either. I don't contour too crazy, like just enough so my face has the same shape and everything, just to get the job done. So for highlight, it's the Wet n Wild little halo something like duo highlighter. It's like a pink highlighter and then like a goldish or rose gold kind of highlighter, and I usually mix the two of them and lightly dab them onto my face. I don't remember what brush that was because I just randomly grabbed a brush because I almost forgot to do highlighter, but whatever brush that was, it got the job done and I loved it. So I used that brush, and then I used my fingers to kind of dab it down a little bit so it wasn't too dramatic, but it looks good to me. And I usually just do that on tiny tip of my nose and the bridge, and of course my cheeks, and then I'll do the top of my lip, but usually I tone it down over my lip when I do my lip liner and all that kind of stuff, so it's not too dramatic right there. I just like the soft glow right above the lip. Okay. So next up, I do my lips, and this is my favorite lip combo, but I want to find different combos that work for me. But anyways, I usually use the Nika K makeup lip pencil in the shade Coffee, and then I also use my NYX butter gloss in the shade Madeline. I think Madeline is one of the best colors that NYX has. I absolutely love that color, and that's the one I always get. And I always get that coffee color in lip liner, or like if I can't find it in the brand I always use, then I'll find it in a different brand, whatever works for the moment. So I pretty much just line the lips, add a little bit more to the like corners of the lips, and then I'll apply the Madeline right over top of it for a nice little gloss, not a crazy shine. I love shiny lip gloss, but I don't be using it when I do my makeup sometimes. So I use the Madeline, however you say it. I use that for my shine. Okay. So I did end up taking my setting spray again, which was the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I just set the whole face before I went on ahead and put the Madeline gloss on. And that was just so my face could start setting and everything while I did my gloss, since it was the last thing I had to do. And after I did the gloss, I did my hair, changed my shirt out, and then came back for the final product. So this is the look. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to do another one. I guess I'm gonna get back into this polo thing. But thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. If you're new, hi. If you're not new, welcome back. And yeah, I don't really be having nothing else to say. So this is days later after. Anyways, if y'all want to see like more pictures or videos or whatever, y'all can either go to my Instagram, or y'all can go to my TikTok, which is in the beginning of the video, and then also it's listed in my description and all that kind of stuff. But if y'all really want to see more pictures and videos of the look, you can definitely go there, because I took some fire pics. Anyways, yeah. Also, I think I forgot to tell y'all to be safe, and stay blessed. I don't know if I said that, and if I did, I hate that glare. And if I did, then I'm doing it again, and you just gonna have to take it. But y'all be safe, y'all be easy. Anything else I want to say? I think that's about it. Y'all be safe. Don't be dangerous, okay? And y'all better be protected. Y'all better be using your masks and all that kind of stuff. Your hand sanitizer, washing your hands, the whole shebang. It is still COVID, and people just be dirty. So don't be one of them dirty people. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, use wipes, use your mask, get vaccinated. But if you don't want to, look, that's on you. I'm vaccinated. I'm not finna force y'all to be vaccinated. But at least, if you're not going to be vaccinated, at least wear your mask and stay to 6 feet and all that kind of extra stuff. Because they talking about the CDC saying we ain't going to be wearing masks or something like that. Something like that. Y'all better not wearing masks. Okay? So y'all better stay protected because it is still COVID. And y'all need to be clean. It's dangerous out here. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. Stay protected. This is the official deuces, okay? Peace out.